I'm gonna share my screen. Wait, sorry. Wrong screen. Alright. So yeah, the main topics for this call are the to go through the feedback from Sean on the terms and conditions for submitting a proposal. So I made a few changes based on his feedback, but there are remaining comments that we need to discuss. And the other topic is the funding proposal. So I guess we can go through quickly with the funding proposal so I can post this in the forum. Before I create this proposal, just want to share that originally the plan was to request only 10,000 wrapped XDAI for like an emergency fund. But since I see the need for having a legal counsel, so I thought we can also request for some extra amount to compensate legal counsel for reviewing our legal documents and to have a consultation. So I don't know how much you think would be sufficient for legal counsel.
See, this is the challenge, is that I think if we try to pay for it, we honestly can't pay enough to get good legal counsel. I think we would get better legal counsel if we can create some kind of value add for them to join than if we tried to pay. Like, good legal counsel for a project like this, it's going to cost, $500 an hour minimum.
Oh my god.
And I don't know that it's like really worth it, honestly. Like, whereas we can kind of, I think it's easier for them to charge their other clients lots of money and charge us nothing, because we're like public goods focused, ragtag group trying to make the world a better place, project. And we just have to make it fun. We haven't been making it very fun. But if we, we could start some kind of like legal talk show or something, like we could have like, crypto, we could start like a weekly, like, what's going on in crypto legal show. I'd be happy to host it. And we just have some topics that we discuss. And I'm sure we could, get like an influx of people and lawyers that want to like, come in and say what they think about different legal things happening in the crypto space. And at the same time, just by attracting them in our areas, it'd be really easy to ask them a question once in a while. We're not going to be able to, get them to write our terms and conditions, but we could probably get them to review it once in a while. And, especially if we have a big group of people. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I just, it's like when someone has such a high value job, where they can charge such ridiculous rates, I feel like giving them $50 an hour doesn't work, I don't know. Manu, Nate, you guys, what do you think?
I mean, I could engage with LexDAO. I don't know if you've talked with any of that group, but it's basically just a bunch of lawyers interested in the DAO space. I haven't talked with them in a while. But I could definitely engage with them and see if they would be interested in doing some type of like something we can offer them.
Yeah, I think I was also on on LexDAO Discord server, but I feel like there are a lot of things going on there. But it would be nice if someone can engage with some folks in LexDAO, and maybe we can let's see if someone will be interested to join. So for the funding proposal, do we just keep the 10,000 RAP XI as the emergency fund and not push through the funding for reviewing legal documents? Because right now, for example, it's Sean who's been doing all the reviews for legal documents. So I saw that Com's team is having this retroactive bonuses proposal. So I was thinking that maybe we can have something like that as well for.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. The retroactive is totally different than saying, "Hey, Common will pay you some money."
Mm-hmm.
But like retroactive, where we, just like get him $1,000 or something for all the work that he did, and then turn it into TEC tokens, and then send it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really good gesture. I would totally vote for that.
Okay, so who do we want to give retroactive bonuses? Sean, Santi, Pablo? So I can prepare the proposal.
There was also Anya and Marina early on.
Mm-hmm. And how?
And you could ask Santi if there was anyone else.
Mm-hmm. And how much do you think is appropriate for the bonus?
I mean, I wouldn't make it for everybody. I wouldn't make it more than $3,000. That would be a lot. I feel like that's when it's like, oh wow, geez, okay.
Let me see how. I think in Twitter they were proposing 1,500 RAP XDAI. That will be that will be split among these contributors.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay.
And then just have like, anyone who is participating in legal and who feels like they might have I guess just maybe Yumi and Santi come together for a quick call where we figure out who to divvy it up to.
Okay. I'll add it to the agenda. Okay. Alright, so I'll just have a short, I'll schedule a short call for us three to talk about it. Alright, so the main agenda, maybe we can go to the terms and conditions for submitting a proposal. So Sean provided a feedback. Let's go through them by section. So for the first one, we initially thought of creating a separate document for the challengers, but he suggested like we can define challengers also in this paragraph instead of creating a separate document.
I'm sorry, I was a little distracted for a second.
Remember we previously talked that we will have a separate terms and conditions for challengers and proposal creators, but Sean said that we can just add a definition of challenger in this section as well instead of creating a separate document for challengers.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
And also, especially since this is all just going to need to go into the covenant.
Yeah.
I think makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So I'll work on this later. And for the eligibility, he suggested to link back to terms of service about the countries that cannot participate. So I checked the T&C for the ABC. So I just copied and pasted the last paragraph. Where is it? Let me find it quickly. I can find it. Okay. This one. So I just copied and pasted it here also. But I don't know if we say using the site or we say from submitting, and this is more general. But I don't know if we want to be more specific instead of from using the site, like participating in conviction voting or submitting a proposal to the TEC Garden. Do we want to be more specific, or we can just keep it generic?
No, I think keeping it the same it makes sense.
Okay. Alright, so that's done. I'm gonna resolve that one. And then here, he suggested that maybe we should discuss the proposals should originate from the forum. And yeah, this is the comment that he left. Certainly some votes, I think he meant that some proposals are not subject to conviction voting per covenant. So I added a new section here, proposal guidelines. I copied and pasted this from the Garden when you submit a proposal, and then I just added this just to say something like proposals submitted to the forum that are posted in the forum are those that are subject to conviction voting, because there are proposals being submitted in the community that are not subject to conviction voting. So I'm not sure if this statement is accurate, because this is the only one that I got from the Garden. Then I just added this one.
Yeah, I think that's true. I'm pretty sure that when you submit a decision proposal, you don't add there's no link. So it makes sense.
Okay. So I can mark this as resolved and ask him to take a look again. So this will not be done anymore, since we will be combining these the terms and conditions for both proposal creators and challengers. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Because instead of saying if after being challenged you accept the settlement offer, this is the proposer agrees to pay the challenger the settlement offer. This is more clear, I think.
Absolutely.
Let me just proposal. I think we call it proposal creator, not proposer. Okay. This is why we retain the right to appeal. I think this is clearer. Okay. If the challenge is not valid, you will be considered to have accepted. Is this clearer? I can
After
just
being
accept it. Instead of saying effectively.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this one that he said he can promise that this would work. So do we keep this? I mean, I found this section in other terms and conditions from Gnosis and Gitcoin. So I think it's good to add there, but I don't know if we keep it, even if there's no guarantee that this will work. And he didn't elaborate on this feedback, like if why this wouldn't work. So I don't know if you want to keep this section or not.
That's pretty funny. I can't promise this would work, but I like the effort. Against each partner in respect to the release of claims, however arising. No, I think you leave it.
We can
Right?
keep it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. Do we have anything else? Okay, so he has a question here for the dissolution. I don't know how to address this one.
What else could happen? I mean, they just... The only thing that could happen is that they'd sit there and would never pass. Because there wouldn't be any money. I mean, there's just I guess it depends on how they would... on how it was dissolved.
Because I feel like null and void is more appropriate for contracts and not for proposals. But I don't know, maybe Nate has a better wording for it. Or Mount Manu?
I don't know. Manu, do you have any suggestions?
For this sentence?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the different ways that it could be dissolved, right? The TC could just decide to burn all the TC tokens. Just like, we're ending this, it's over, we're burning all the tokens. They can pass a vote, all the tokens are gone, and that means all the proposals will just be removed instantly. Another way that could happen is if the TEC said, hey, guess what? We're going to move all of our money out of this garden and into, I don't know, we're just going to send it to Giveth or to Gitcoin's matching pool. We're just dissolve, send all the money there. Then all the TC tokens are still there. They don't have any value, but they're there. The proposals are still up, but there's no money in the pot. So, yeah, I mean, we just have to say, like, that could happen, and then your proposals don't really matter anymore. They would never pass. Those proposals would never pass because they're asking for too much money, more than the vote. So they just sit there forever.
I think, I don't know if you don't have, because maybe it's just me, but I'm not a native English speaker, but my understanding for using null and void, this phrase is used for contracts or agreements, but if you think this is also appropriate for proposals, then we can just keep it if nobody else has objection to using this phrasing. Or not.
Yeah, I don't have a better phrase,
Okay.
but I'm definitely open. But
Okay, so I think we can keep that. If no one else have any objection to that wording. Yeah, I added this because Pablo said that he would add this this section, but I couldn't reach him anymore. Let me just. So I copied this text from Gitcoin, but here for Gitcoin they say that Gitcoin operates from its offices within the U.S. From the U.S. So maybe this is not true for TEC, right? So we
would say Alderney.
Okay.
I think we could also just like yeah.
From Alderney is not intended to subject of the TEC. Okay. So do we say this site or do we say the smart contract system?
Yeah, I like the smart contract system personally.
The site. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Let me just double check if. Is it in person? Okay. Legal.
That's really fun. We're in Alderney now. Great.
Does anybody have been to Alderney?
No. Well, I don't know
I
if
have no
anyone.
idea what that is.
It's a Channel Island, like between
Oh.
France and the UK, like Guernsey or Isle of Man. One of these like pretty chill legal jurisdictions.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Coach B was saying that we could. Well, yeah, we are just saying that that he's seen people in the past use this, and just say that the smart contracts are operating there, and move along.
Okay, so I guess that's it. The only thing that I will add here is the definition of challengers. So I think we have defined it somewhere here, but I will just make those changes in section 1, and then I will send this again to Sean for a final look, and then once he gives it a go signal, we'll include this document in the covenant. Because I think it's from the garden, they said it's not possible to create another box to check, so we'll just integrate this to our covenant once it's clean. So and then I think once it's done, do we upload it on the IPFS also, or we
have to add it to the covenant at the bottom, basically, and then upload it all as one IPFS document.
I see. Okay. So yeah, when we reach that stage, I'll sync with you again, Griff, on if I should send it to Sam or who's the person who can help us put it up on the IPFS.
Yeah, I would even, we could even just say that in the community call and just say, hey, does anyone know how to put this up in the put documents on IPFS? And want to show us? Come to legal. Show us how to do it. Yeah, because it'd be nice. I mean, I'm sure that we could Google it too. I can't imagine it's hard. I feel like I did it like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, but who knows how to do it now.
All right. So I think we covered everything in our agenda. So yeah, is there anything that anybody wants to discuss before we wrap up the call early? Because I know it's also late for you guys.
Yeah, with the Challenger stuff, is there anything that, do we still need to add something that's special with the Challengers, or is it all very well defined?
I think we have covered them in the deposit and other fees. Like this talks about this covers the processes. But I'll take another, or maybe you can take another look here now. But I think we mentioned what's gonna happen. Yeah, here we also mentioned the disputability, like the process for challenging a proposal. And we also mentioned the fees here. Do you want to take a look again together?
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Okay.
I feel like it's because it's just interesting because it's always you, and then it's like the where maybe we just need to redefine it as like you, the proposer,
Yeah,
and you,
that's true.
the challenger. I don't know. I think it just needs to be the disputability piece just needs to be like walked through again, adding the challenger in.
Yeah, I think also here in this section, because it will be confusing if we just say you when we have two actors in this process.
Yeah, and there's probably a few other yous in here too. So I think we just have to say you as a proposer, and just, it's okay, it's going to be boring and long, but we say you as a proposer or you as a challenger.
Okay. Yeah, we can go through that. We still have 8 minutes, so and I can also work on it after this call, so we don't take the time so much. But I'll add it to the agenda.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, so those are the things that I need to do on this document. Make sure that you is being clarified if it's the proposal creator or the challenger, and add the definition of the challenger in section 1. Then I'll share it again with you, Griff, and Sean to take another look before we add it to the covenant. All right. So I think that's all. And thanks everyone for joining the legal call. If you have any suggestions or questions for legal, just ping me. And Nate, let me know if you have when you're able to find someone in LexDAO who would be interested to
no
engage
problem.
with us.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've talked to them, but I will get engaged with them again. I'm still on their server, so yeah, I'll let you know. I'll try to. Is there anything we can do in terms of incentivizing them to come?
I mean, the only thing I have is I feel like I can be an entertaining host, and ask engaging questions, and we can make something fun. Like this is what I did for open source block explorers now, and scaling now, and I feel like I could make a mini talk show. We do it every 2 weeks or every month or something, and build a bit of a community for LexDAO. Hell, maybe even we get some cross funding from LexDAO and PC. I don't know. That's the only. I'm a hammer and that's my nail. There's probably other solutions too.
I'm thinking that because in the next weeks we don't have so much to talk about in the legal call, so maybe we can schedule one legal call to host this legal AMA for the TEC and invite some speakers, because there are people who are jumping into our legal channel and asking questions, and nobody can provide some questions. So maybe we can host a mini AMA focused on legal for legal frameworks or structures for DAOs, and then we can invite some legal experts to join as panelists. But I don't know how we can incentivize them. I don't know if that's.
Letty was like, "Yeah, there's unlikely to be a legal meeting. We do them all the time."
So yeah, maybe we can plan that in the future and get some panelists and invite people to join if they have a lot of, just host this mini AMA for legal questions around DAOs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely see what I can do with them. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on that.
Thanks. Okay, thanks everyone. Grip, I'll see you in our one-on-one.